Planning a wedding on a budget? Is the thought of organizing a dream wedding without breaking the bank giving you sleepless nights? The answer is probably a resounding yes. It's a common scenario for most couples who are looking to tie the knot without spending a fortune. The idea of creating a memorable wedding experience within a tight budget can indeed be overwhelming. The pressure of finding the perfect dress, venue, photographers, caterers, and entertainment without overspending can be a daunting task. Furthermore, the fear of compromising on the quality of your big day while trying to save money can certainly lead to a lot of stress. Questions like, how do we create that magical ambiance without splurging? Or, how can we ensure our guests have a great time without spending excessively? Keep popping up. But is it really impossible to have a budget-friendly yet glamorous wedding? Absolutely not. With a bit of planning, creativity, and smart decision-making, you can certainly pull off your dream wedding without burning a hole in your pocket. In fact, oftentimes it's the little personal touches and unique details that make a wedding truly special, not necessarily the amount of money spent. This video is here to help. From giving you practical tips on how to save on the major expenses like the venue and catering, to providing creative ideas for DIY decorations and favors, this video will guide you every step of the way. So, worry not. This video is your ultimate guide to planning a budget-friendly yet unforgettable wedding. Firstly, decide on the budget. This may appear as a no-brainer, yet it's the cornerstone of all planning. It's not just a crucial step, but a definitive move towards the execution of your dream wedding. A budget won't merely confine your expenses, but it will act as the guiding light towards prudent decision-making, reflecting your priorities. While setting a budget might initially seem restrictive, it actually frees you from the undue stress of overspending and provides a framework within which you can efficiently allocate your resources. It won't just be a number, but a compass steering you through the ocean of decisions that await on the path to your special day. The importance of a budget extends beyond just numbers and calculations. It's your tool to ensure that every element of your wedding, from the smallest petal on your bouquet to the grandeur of the venue, aligns with your vision and financial comfort. It's your first step towards making informed choices, preventing financial strain, and ensuring you enjoy the process just as much as the final day itself. Witness the power of a well-planned budget as it guides you through selecting everything, from the dress you'll walk down the aisle in to the venue that will host your loved ones. It's not just about the money, but about making your dream wedding a reality within your financial means. Knowing how much you're willing to spend can help you make informed decisions about everything, from the venue to the wedding gown. Secondly, prioritize. Begin by taking a step back and reflecting on the bigger picture. What is the most vital aspect to you? Is it the location, the picturesque scene that will serve as the backdrop of your special moments? Allow your mind to wander and visualize the perfect place you would like to celebrate in. Maybe for you, it's about the mountains, the beach, or the city skyline. Alternatively, could it be the food? Gastronomy plays a significant role in events. It's not only about filling the stomach, but also about tantalizing the taste buds. Picture the kind of cuisine you want to serve, whether it's an elaborate multi-course meal or a laid-back buffet. Or perhaps the most crucial element for you is the photographer. After all, they are the ones who will capture the day and transform fleeting moments into enduring memories. They will freeze your smiles, your tears, your joy into still images that will last a lifetime. Consider the style you prefer, black and white or colorful, candid or posed, and allocate your resources accordingly. The key here is to understand the weightage of each component in your event. Once you've identified what's most important to you, you can then allocate more of your budget to that aspect. Your budget is like a pie that needs to be divided. The more significant your priority, the larger the slice it should get. It's a give and take process. Allocating more to what's important means you may have to cut back on other areas. But remember, it's not about compromising. It's about making smart choices that will leave you satisfied. In conclusion, allocate more of your budget to what matters most to you and cut back on the rest. Thirdly, consider a smaller, more intimate wedding. There's something truly special about intimate gatherings, where the faces in the crowd aren't just familiar, but are those who have walked through life with you. Fewer guests mean that you can focus on the quality of your celebration rather than the quantity of your guest list. You will be able to give more attention to each guest and make them feel cherished and important. Instead of a large hall filled with acquaintances, picture a cozy venue filled with laughter and love. Visualize the lowered costs, less food to cater, fewer chairs to rent, and fewer invitations to send out. each element reflecting a significant cost-saving opportunity. This doesn't just apply to the tangible aspects, but also to your peace of mind. A smaller guest list means fewer potential conflicts and less stress in planning and executing your dream wedding. The intimacy of a smaller wedding lends itself to a sense of community, of shared joy and shared memories. Everyone present would have a front seat to your love story, making the experience more personal and memorable. Remember, a grand wedding does not ensure a perfect one. It's not about the size, it's about the people and the love that you share. The most crucial aspect of a wedding is that it should be a reflection of you as a couple, your love for each other, and the journey you've embarked upon together. In these times of global uncertainty, a smaller wedding can also be viewed as a considerate and safe choice. It's a simple way to save without sacrificing the joy of the occasion. Fourthly, let us pay homage to the concept of DIY or do-it-yourself. This is an approach to wedding planning that has been gaining popularity in recent years, and it's not hard to see why. From the very beginning stages of planning, like sending out invitations to the finishing touches of decorations and even the wedding cake, doing it yourself can be a significant money saver. Just think about invitations. If you choose to craft your own, it not only saves you money on expensive professional designs and printing, but it also allows you to add a unique touch that encapsulates your personal style and the theme of your wedding. The same goes for decorations. With countless DIY guides and tutorials online, you can easily create beautiful, custom decorations that perfectly match your wedding aesthetic. Even the wedding cake doesn't have to be an extravagant purchase. With a bit of courage and a good recipe, baking your own wedding cake can become a fun, memorable experience that you and your partner can share. And who knows, it might even be a new tradition to start in your family. But what truly sets the DIY approach apart is its capacity to add a very personal touch to your wedding that otherwise cannot be bought. This can make your wedding even more special and memorable, not just for you, but for your guests too. Plus, it adds a personal touch that money can't buy. Fifthly, negotiate with vendors. This is a critical step that, when undertaken correctly, can save you substantial amounts of money. You may think, well, I'm not really good at negotiating, but it's not as hard as you might think. It's important to remember that vendors, whether it's the caterer, the photographer, or the DJ, are running a business. They are always looking for new clients and are often willing to negotiate their prices to secure your business. This doesn't mean they'll compromise on the quality of their services. They understand the value of a satisfied customer who will not only hire them again, but also refer them to others. Negotiating doesn't mean that you should insist on an unreasonably low price. It's about finding a balance, a point where both you and the vendor feel satisfied. It's a give-and-take process. If your budget is tight, instead of asking for a discount, perhaps you can suggest reducing the size or complexity of the service. For instance, with a caterer, you might choose to serve a limited menu or opt for cheaper ingredients. With a photographer, you could ask for fewer hours of coverage, or with a DJ, you could limit the duration of their performance. Bear in mind that every dollar you save on one vendor can be used somewhere else in your budget, and these savings can really add up. So don't feel shy, take the reins and start the conversation. Remember, the worst they can say is no. Sixthly, consider off-peak times. This may seem like an unconventional idea, but it's a brilliant strategy that can offer substantial savings. Traditional wedding seasons and weekends are the peak times when most couples choose to tie the knot. This high demand often leads to elevated costs for wedding venues, catering, photographers, and other essential services. Therefore, it's essential to reflect upon the idea of getting married on a weekday or a season that's less popular for weddings. The charm of a weekday wedding or an off-season one can be more than just the cost saving. These off-peak times can provide a unique and intimate setting for your special day. It could lead to having a smaller, more personal gathering where you can spend quality time with each of your guests. Also, you can have more options with vendors as their schedules are likely less busy during these periods. Furthermore, these less popular times may enable you to afford a venue or service that might have been out of your budget during the peak season. You could have the dream wedding you've always envisioned without breaking the bank. Also, travel and accommodation expenses for out-of-town guests can also be significantly cheaper, making it more convenient for them to attend. Another advantage of choosing off-peak times is the likelihood of getting more attention from your suppliers. When they are less rushed, they can provide a higher level of service, ensuring that every detail of your wedding is taken care of meticulously. Remember, your wedding is supposed to be a memorable occasion that reflects your personal style and taste. It shouldn't be dictated by the conventional norms that could potentially cause you financial stress. Getting married on a weekday or during the off-season can significantly reduce costs. Lastly, remember that it's your special day. This isn't going to be just another day. This is a day that marks the beginning of a beautiful journey, a journey that is unique to you and your partner. The decisions you make should resonate with your spirit, your desires, and your aspirations. You have every right to customize this day to your liking. Don't allow societal norms or the weight of what's expected to overshadow your wishes. These expectations, however well-intentioned, can sometimes burden you, making you forget that this day is about celebrating your love and commitment. Remember, this isn't a performance for an audience. Rather, it's an intimate gathering of people who love and support you. Perhaps you want a potluck dinner, a notion that might defy traditional norms but reflects your love for community and sharing. Or perhaps a backyard ceremony appeals to you, a setting that is simple yet profound, much like your love story. Go ahead with these decisions. The beauty of your day lies in its authenticity and connection, not in extravagant displays. Remember to listen to your heart and consider what makes you and your partner truly happy. Create a day that is a reflection of your love story, not a page from someone else's book. At the end of the day, it's about you and your partner, not pleasing everyone else. In summary, planning a budget wedding involves determining your available funds, setting priorities based on the importance of different aspects, and contemplating an intimate gathering. It's about embracing do-it-yourself projects that can help save costs and add a personal touch. It's about sharpening your negotiation skills to strike the best deal with vendors, from photographers to caterers. Also, it's about considering scheduling your wedding during off-peak times when prices are generally lower. Remember, the essence of a wedding day is about the celebration of your love, not the exuberance of expenditure. It's about the lasting memories you create together, surrounded by those you care about. So make your plan wisely, spend your judiciously, and relish your special day without worrying about financial burdens. Keep in mind that the best things in life, like love, joy, and beautiful memories, are indeed priceless. After all, the best things in life are priceless.